We're going to try this again, because there's nothing like messing up on a training video. Alright, so here is the loom we just warped. You'll notice across the bottom, there's already a stitch in place. That is just where the figure 8 was. So that's why we do the figure 8. It creates the first lock, which is absolutely fine. That's exactly what we want it to do. You'll see I used a beater. This is the small dowel rod. I use it as a beater to beat down the weave, kind of like any other weaving you do. You can leave that one there, or you can not. It's up to you. You're going to leave them in for a little bit once you get going. I don't leave the first one in because the figure 8 just does that naturally. So the first thing I want you to think about is whether you're working on odds or evens. If you're working on odds, then you're going to use an odd number of strings first. And when I'm talking about odds or evens, I'm talking about the number of rows you're on. So, for example, row 1 is an odd number, so I'm going to use 1 string, because 1 is an odd number, to start the weave. So, the way Sprang works, you are going to start from the back and go to the front. So, I took, here's the front and the back. I'm going to take the back string, move it to the front, and then use my index finger to push the front string to the back. So what we're doing is we're creating this little twist, bringing the front row to the back. So you're going to go all the way through your warp, and these got twisted just to show you how much that can mess things up. Thank you for that. So 1 in front, 1 in back, 1 in front, 1 in back, all the way to the end of the row. There's another one that got twisted. Back, front, back, front, back, front, back, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back. The hardest thing about this is keeping up with your strings and whether you're going front or back. This is just 20, which is about the length of my fingers, which is why I decided to do 20. I have tried 50, and it was a lot more difficult. So 20 is, what my fingers can handle. You can totally do more than that. So what makes Sprang interesting is you'll see the twist started on the top. And what you'll see going on right here is the twist also started on the bottom. And I have a renegade string. Oh, it's because it's loose. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the stick as a beater. When you beat it, just beat it up to the top. You're actually going to leave the beater in there. It'll help you later when you need to fix something because you messed up. So it's a lot simpler. So what we're going to do is we're going to beat this one down this way. I don't know why that string is acting like that, but I'm not happy. But you'll see across the bottom, you see the twist going. That's created by the strings that we just did. So for the second row, 2 is an even number, so we're going to start with an even number. You're not going to change the number on the front going to the back. You're only going to change, and it's only going to be the first time, you're going to grab 2 strings and push 1 back. And then 1 string for the rest of the row. Now, I know you're thinking, but Tiff, that will leave you with a different number of strings on the front and the back. And to that I say, and just move them to the back. It's fine. So what'll happen, I'm getting to the end of my row. I've got 1 to the back and I've got 2 on the front. So I'm just going to move the 2 to the back. I'm going to take another beater. So here's another beater. I'm going to slide it in. You'll see I already have this beater still in there. I'm going to slide this in. Come back over here and be good. Don't know why you're acting like that. And I'm going to beat this one down. So you see I've got 2 going. You can see the twist. You can see the offset, which is what you should see. And then we're going to put the beater in the top and tighten that too. So, in 2 rows, you should have this. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with having 20 beaters in, with the exception of one thing. This is going to start getting really tight while you're working. And you're going to want to loosen it up, which is why I use this system, because if I twist